Has your client said to you that he's innocent?
Has your client told you whether he's innocent or not?
Well, I don't like to get into what my client has told me.
I don't really want to get into that, but I guess because we're on TV, yes, he's innocent.
But I'm going to say yes, he did tell me he's innocent.
Long doesn't believe the right people are behind bars.
I just feel like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I feel deep, honestly, in my heart someone framed him.
Even though some of Kamille's family members don't believe Derick Brown or Patrick Stallworth had anything to do with her, they're not sure at this time who would mean her harm.
I want to share with you a clip from Facebook. We're going to watch it together. I'm not sure what story Virginia here is talking about, but it had me literally dying and rolling, but it's also 100% true. Everything that she's saying, 100%. Some people may not want to hear it, and I love seeing people like this because every time I'm like, damn, maybe I went too hard. Maybe I'm a little too much. Let me cut it back. I see somebody like this, and I'm like, I love it. All right, let's watch Virginia. I loved how she popped off here. It was funny, but it's something that's just, I completely agree with everything that she said. The disparity of some woman.
But you hoes need to stop this. You hoes know who I'm talking about. Y'all letting different folks all in your house, sleeping all in your house. Man, keep these people away from y'all children. Yeah, you young hoes, that's all y'all want to do is smoke weed and fuck. That's all you want to do. You don't even want to take care of your own mother kids. But you got different niggas all over your kids. Niggas don't like your kids. They ain't with their own mother kids, but they over here at your house telling your kids what to do. That man killed that baby, throw that baby out there in that goddamn landfill. Keep your own goddamn kids. Hell, stop having them. That's what you do. That's what you hoes need to do. Stick something up in your ass and stop having kids so much. Then you don't have to be worried about CPS taking them. Yeah. You hear me, don't you, saying? That. And I'm every week there's some shit going on about these kids. I don't worry about this other shit. I'm talking about these children. Little innocent children. These niggas that he probably molested the baby. Yeah, that's what's gonna come out. These niggas molesting these children. They don't want y'all sour ass because y'all ass wore out. Yeah, you hoes wore out. You done had 3 or 4, 5, 6 children, your ass wore out. So the niggas y'all chillin'.
God.
Then they kill your chillin'. Then y'all wanna play like y'all don't know what done happened. You hoes know what these niggas doing to y'all kids.
We don't know 100% of what happened, but we all love that baby. He was just the sweetest little baby.
You're saying your boyfriend may have been arrested in connection to this crime? Can you?
He wouldn't do this.
He wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do that.
Video taken earlier today of Crystal Jackson being booked into jail. Arrest documents say she lied to investigators for 19 hours.
We all love that baby. He was just the sweetest little baby.
Thanks for stopping by, and there's quite a bit to talk about, probably one of the longest intros that I've done on here. But Patrick Stallworth, the woman that has a man's name, Derick, Irisha, whatever, and Patrick's attorney spoke out, so we're going to get into that a little bit later. Cupcake's cousin, family spoke out too. They believe that Patrick Stallworth is the wrong person. They believe he's innocent. Apparently some other members of the family believe he's innocent, which makes me wonder, what do they know that we don't know? So let's start off with this. Let's just, because there's so much to cover. Let's start off with this. Remember when I showed you guys a surveillance video and I specifically said that it doesn't make sense, right? Because there was 2 kids there. The man walks by, he lures 2 kids away, but only one gets kidnapped, and now we know the outcome of Cupcake, but the other one is alive.
And leave another child behind. This surveillance video shows 2 girls led away by a man. One is Kamille, the other is Long's niece. Long believes Kamille was targeted.
And when I saw from Facebook, the mother supposedly allegedly said that the kid's fine. So why did this person only take Cupcake? I mean, to me, and I've said this already before on here, it felt targeted. And there's a lot of rumors going on. on the internet, especially Facebook. Facebook has all the knowledge.
I feel like it was personal, it was devilish, and it was wrong.
It happened in a split second at a birthday party when Kamille's mother went inside.
The cousin here is kind of defending the mother. I believe her name is April, saying that she went inside the house for 3 minutes and that's when this whole situation took place.
She watched a Cupcake play in the bouncy house. She go in the house 3 minutes and she looked for Cupcake. She looked before she looked. And she said something went right.
The mother has been coming under heavy criticism on Facebook. I believe the father holds some criticism too because of some of the clips that we saw and I've shown on the previous videos. They're wondering, why are people criticizing the mother?
Regardless of who took Kamille, her mother gets blamed on Facebook for not watching her daughter.
For me, looking from the outside in, I mean, that surveillance footage looks bad.
She asks on the daily why people point the fingers at her.
So, of course, anybody with like a common sense is going to question, why do you have your child at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night by themselves? So let's get into the lawyer, Patrick Stallworth's lawyer. We got a couple of bits of information to go about this, and I have to give this man his credit. He's not quiet and cowering like Derion Vance's lawyer. We're in the day and age where social media, not just social media, I've always said this, you can't stop the internet. You can try, you can censor, but the internet rules. It's the voice of the people.
And I think the biggest thing will be at trial of the public's opinion. There's so many facts that are false or embellished, and that's going to be our biggest problem, is overcoming the taint of the community, which will, you know, be the jury ultimately. So
while Derion Vance's lawyer is quiet,
because I'm tired of you calling my cell phone, I'm tired of you of the television media chasing me between the jail and the DA's office. I'm not trying this case in the press. You all have acted completely unprofessionally.
People are concerned about Malia Davis.
And I understand that.
Well, can you just give us any?
Oh, please,
Excuse me. Sir, don't, ma'am, get away from me. No.
Okay, well, please don't push me. Can you give us any?
No, ma'am.
Excuse me. No. Don't ask me any questions. You guys are totally unprofessional. I'm not going to say nothing. What a beta, weak coward. Can you imagine having that guy defending you for a trial? And this is a tactic that I think that Derion should have took instead of staying quiet, because at the end of the day, it's a peer of your community. It's going to be the jury that decides. So while you're standing quiet in your jail cell, cowering and not saying nothing, and I guess you're guilty because you're a coward and not saying anything else, this guy's taking it head on. I mean, of course, you don't want to lay out all your deck of cards. You don't want to lay out the cards you have in your hand. But he knows either this guy watched my video or he's somewhat knowledgeable to be like, that jury is the same people that's going to be out there gaining the entire time that public opinion. Well,
if you look at the public opinion, it seems he's already been convicted at this point. You know, a lot of people, they hear things and by the charge alone and the fact that a young child is deceased.
Or the fact that there was just underage children pictures and whatever else with the intent to distribute on his cell phone. But that's whatever. This is the same guy because apparently Patrick Stallworth couldn't get another lawyer to defend him. So he got the lawyer that was already taking charge of the whole case, where they found inappropriate pictures of children on Patrick Stallworth's phone. But the public's just crazy. The public opinion, that's so crazy, right? And the other one, Irisha Brown, right? Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, one time she held up her kids. Like, yeah, she went to a place and took out a gun and kidnapped her own kids from the place. But, I mean, public opinion is just crazy.
People, you know, want to come to an opinion and they want someone to pay for it.
So they were trying to get like 2 different preliminary hearings for Patrick and Irisha, whatever you want to call her. Her defender, her lawyer, wanted to get like 2 different things going on, but I guess it was denied. And apparently it seems like she said something about Patrick. You know, this is what happens. People turn on each other when things get hot and you're in the hot seat and it's your life on the line and you got a sentence coming down. It looks like she might have some information or she's turning on him.
The preliminary hearing be held separately indicates there's going to be some division there between the couple. Anything you can say about that?
Well, from what I've heard myself, that she's made a statement against Mr. Stallworth.
So in case you're wondering, it's being reported that they've been dating for a year. They've been together for a year. And I mean, for people to think, or I guess the lawyer, whatever, who thinks whatever, that it's so crazy and it's a mind-blowing assumption, or the fact that people are adding 1 and 1 and it equates to 2. I mean, this guy was found with inappropriate pictures of underage with intent to distribute on his cell phone. Then you have this lady that has a history of kidnapping her own children at gunpoint. Is it that wild and mysterious? Oh my God, it takes a genius and a rocket scientist to figure this out. But what I'll give this guy credit for is that I don't believe it just started or ended with these 2 people. I think there is more people involved. There's a lot of suspicious, weird stuff from some of these parents. And I don't know. There's a lot that we don't know. You know, there's rumors with the mother. There's rumors with the father. I don't know what the truth is. And at the end of the day, the person that suffered is this child that's no longer here.
What did you say about Derick Brown?
He had a relationship with her. I think they were together for a little over a year, so I would kind of consider that somewhat of a long-term relationship.
So with that, I'm going to end the video. I've already shut off the lights in here, and there was like literally 10-15 different revisions of the ending of this video, but I decided to cut all the crap out. Who cares about explaining, because you could explain to your blue in the face and nobody would care. There was 2 other stories that I wanted to plug in with this video, and unfortunately I didn't have the time. It literally takes hours sometimes for me to even 5 minutes, but especially the 10-minute videos take at least 3 to 4 hours, and that's just one topic, one story. So when I try to plug in multiple stories, it gets really complicated. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, follow me on Facebook. Have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, or life, or whatever. Peace. Hi, I'm iCkEdMeL. I do media coverage revolving around children and parents, especially with a focus on missing children. I need to reach 10,000 followers here on Facebook. My ultimate goal is to be able to do this full time here on Facebook and YouTube. There's a lot of stories that don't get the attention that they need. I get a lot of messages from friends or parents, and a lot of times I just don't even have the time, because between a full-time job and then doing what I love here, and then I'm also a parent myself, I believe that we can make a change, that we can make a difference, that we can bring attention to stories that have been long ignored, especially by mainstream media.
Talking to YouTuber iCkEdMeL about
YouTube's iCkEdMeL channel, interviewer Melvin Cedeno.
With YouTuber Melvin Cedeno and his YouTube channel,
the iCkEdMeL YouTube channel run by Melvin Cedeno.
He Skype with YouTuber Melvin Cedeno and his YouTube channel, iCkEdMeL Live. Joe Vance vehemently defends his son.
I know he didn't do nothing to her because he loves her. You know, he been taking care of her since she was 1 year old. She told my son, like, the night of, like, I'm about to get a Lifetime movie off of it. Why would you leave your child at home with him if he's doing all of these things? He does the laundry. Okay. He cleans the house. He cooks. He takes the kids to daycare. He does all of those things. I believe my son is innocent.
Derion Vince's dad.
Thanks, Joe, for coming on.
Told YouTube's iCkEdMeL channel.
My son is sitting in jail right now, devastated about his stepdaughter is missing.
In this 40-minute interview, interviewer Melvin Cedeno.
There was a few things that didn't kind of, align with what we've been told. It's a father that's standing up for his son.
Cedeno wanted to hear Vince's side. Hundreds of viewers did too. More than anything, he's hoping all the chatter online helps find Malia.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
There is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I simply am not there.
you.